In this episode, I'm going to be listening to the Warnings Escapism. Let's get started. Oh.
Get me out of my head, drag me out of my bed, make me move around to forget. There is time that needs to be wasted to feel something instead. I will dive in my own delusions, draping mirrors again, safe inside of my own illusions. It's the hope that kills you. So I close my eyes till it all fades, and so I close my eyes then it all fades. Yeah.
That was a great transition, and I love the licks that they have in this. It's kind of cool to see this setup because it almost reminds me of how the setup was when they did the Enter Sandman when they were younger. There's still the orange head and amps over on the right-hand side. There wasn't a cabinet on the left, but nonetheless, but the drums in the middle. That transition. I assume this is an original song.
And so I close my eyes, then it all fades. Yet I'm still aching, breaking, trying again, but I'll just close my eyes till it all fades.
Oh.
Stepping into the void, even if it amounts to nothing. Silence is to avoid, reaching out to hold on to something I wish I could enjoy. Worthless means of communicating, lights that only destroy. Leave me feeling, fearing. Oh, I just close my eyes till it all fades.
Oh, I love that hook.
Oh, I just close my eyes till it all fades. And so I close my eyes, then it all fades. Yeah, I'm still aching, breaking, trying again, but I'll just close my eyes till it all fades. I can't help but feel.
Jeez. I want to watch her fingers again. But she's using a note, or actually hitting of two strings, just for a couple seconds. And they're two strings apart. So it looks like she was on the fifth string and then utilizing also the third string. So what happens is there's a separation between the frets of your index finger and the middle finger or pinky, depending on which one you're using for the third string. But the reason I point this out is because when you hit those two, they are harmonically not equal, but they're in great harmony with each other. So it adds this, instead of it being just a single note or a single chord that's being hit, or single string that's being hit, it adds a nice variation to it, and it kind of makes it a fuller sound. The point, though, that I'm making is that it's not always easy to do, because what you have to do is actually mute that middle string. So since you would be on the third and or on the fifth and on the third, you've got the fourth string that has to be muted in order to get that variance. Otherwise, it's completely out of tune. So it's just great to see her. Not only that, it's also done very quickly for the most part, and the way that she also moves it down the neck. So that's just kind of what I wanted to. I'll point it out as soon as exactly as I see it. We can also hear that utilize, and I'll go back and double check, but sing it with her pinky as well.
Just close my eyes till it all fades.
So that da na na na, she could have done that with a single, with just a single. Sorry to keep going back frame by frame. With just a single note, again, a single string. But it looks like she may be on the, I'm pretty sure though. Yeah, okay. So it's hard to see because it gets a little bit blurry, but it looks like she's using the 6th string and the 4th string. And that middle finger is not really being used because what that's doing is it is muting that 5th string. So again, to give us that harmonic sound without being basic or singular. So I pointed out because it's not always easy to do. And secondly, it's just a great way to further express my gratitude for her capabilities on this instrument, because most persons may have just gone with a single note, but utilizing that. The other thing, the reason I bring it up, and songs that you also might be aware of that utilize that, is Everlong by Foo Fighters. They also do that in some of that. That's a really prevalent sound that you get. So in certain portions of that song, we hear that, and in here we hear that. And it's not always that common because it just shows the creativity that the artist has and understanding of the instrument to be able to provide those types of sounds. So I'm just going to do it again real quick. Yeah. And then others have pointed out that this is a custom 5-string, I believe it is a Schecter, 5-string, and now I can't remember, the Flame, is that what it's called? It's been mentioned before, which is, again, incredible. The reason I say that is that some, again, artists, depending on what their level of talent is, only enjoy or are comfortable utilizing, especially in a bass, 4 strings. So adding a 5th, and there are other bands that have certainly done this. But again, it just shows that they want to provide the harmony. There are only 3 of them. So being able to have an instrument, in this case, a 5-string bass, and from what I understand, she's also has impeccable timing, or perfect timing, that when you do have the bass kind of being the lead for timing in this case, and having those additional notes and higher notes than what you would get from a bass, it helps really round out a song, give it that fullness, and also allow her to express her creativity and talent. Again, I won't spend really any more time on this. I just wanted to point out just her sheer dexterity. It's just impressive. Again, from now knowing that she does have smaller hands. It's just not easy to do with having that small hands, with being able to go across that many frets. And we are, what, 6th or 7th fret down, so we're still at the fatter frets. It's impressive to see. Oh, what a hit that was. I gotta hear that again. Oh.
Close my eyes till it all fades, and so I close my eyes, then it all fades. Yet I'm still aching, breaking, dying again. Close my eyes till it all fades. Close my eyes till it all. Close my eyes, yet I'm still aching, breaking, trying again. But I'll just close my eyes till it all fades.
Ooh. She's not showing it, but and she might when she turns around. I didn't want to, in case this changes, I wanted to at least point this out. Also, she's using harmonics on the strings to get that tonality that that she's getting. And what that means is when you're on a guitar, as you've seen, your fingers go within the frets. But when you are looking for harmonics, you're going to lightly press your finger or hold your finger really over the string. And get that. There's only so many places that you can do this on a guitar neck. And to get the variation that she's getting, on top of it, sounds like there's either one or two additional notes that are being hit that are fully pressed within the fret. It's still impressive because, like I said, there's only certain parts on a guitar that you can get that from. So just further expressing my impressiveness of her talent is just remarkable. So just going back to this really quick. So we can hear some of those, and then we hear the one that goes ding, and then we hear dung. So that's one of the notes that's being actually fully pressed down to provide that. But it sounds like the majority of the others are actually part of that harmonic. Oh! Jeez. Yeah, you nailed that. There's a couple things I wanted to point out. I didn't want to stop in the middle of her solo. I love how, is it Powell? The drummer. I think that's right. I hope that's right. If not, please correct me. I'm still learning their names. The beat that was chosen during her solo, I would argue, depending on the talent and the age of a band, how long they've been working together, probably would have gone with something different from a drum perspective. It may have just been, your standard beat with a couple hi-hats or cymbals being hit in there. But I love that she stuck with this da-da-da-da. I love that this was slowed down. I love songs that really slow down, and it's so deep. We just hear that when we get to that low bass line. It's music to my ears. I didn't go back far enough on her solo. Here we go. That I would argue that a lot of bands probably wouldn't do that, and it just shows the amount of creativity and talent and respect that she has for the instrument that she plays. She knows it really well, and to be able to utilize all of these flowing characteristics of all of the musicians and all of the instruments, it's just a great way that all of this kind of slides in together. It gives it just this wonderful, amazing overall feeling. It's an awesome build. just I had to listen to it again. Sorry. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It gives me, I would love to know. I think some people have mentioned who some of their inspirations were, but I would honestly be curious which bands have influenced more on some songs, and even what bands they've spent a lot of time listening. The reason I asked this or pose this in my own mind is that there are some King Diamond-esque notes throughout this song. There are some Slayer characteristics, especially on the guitar and the tonality in that as well. And then you've got some of the deep, heavy notes that, are kind of Pink Floyd-esque. So I'm really curious. That I know that they've got a lot of documentaries and interviews that they've done, and I do need to go back and listen to those and learn more. But in case any of you already know, please post in the comments, because I would be curious to see what bands. I would even argue like Sepultura or Obituary or Death. There are some of those note characteristics that I at least recognize in those bands. There may be more. Those are just the ones I can think of off the top of my head. They've all got incredible voices, and they all can play their instruments so incredibly well. It's impressive to see. It's impressive to hear. If this was live, even. The only things I've heard so far have been lives. And the way that they are able to stay in perfect synchrony throughout these songs being live, again, is perfect. And I know bands play live. That's just how it is. And great bands stay in great synchronization. And not that great bands don't also stay in synchronization. My point, though, is just still impressive. I'm just overwhelmed by the warning. So pardon my yammering and rambling. Well, with that being said, I don't want to keep going. This was a great song and impressive to see. So thank you so much for watching Melodic Logic. And until next time, please take care.